Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week at Everything You Need to Know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news the world's largest property developer is to be dismembered and liquidated. First up today, while you may already know the headline, we must note that Evergrande has been forced into liquidation by a Hong Kong court. While this may not strictly qualify as a surprise, it is still a very big deal for a number of reasons. First is it a spectacular crash to earth by a very well-connected company, one that rapidly lost favour. Secondly, it heightens the risk of all other Chinese large property developers, some of whom, like Country Garden, may have assumed there would be bailouts underpinning their industry. And third, it shows Hong Kong courts are now under the direct control of Beijing, handing down verdicts in big sensitive cases in the way Beijing wishes to signal. President Xi is not happy with its billionaire friends. One reason he will be livid is that Evergrande has liabilities to others of over $300 billion US. Unless there's some sort of rescue package, it's hard to see how there won't be a cascading impact. After all, $300 billion US is 1.7% of China's 2023 GDP. We should also perhaps note that the share price of EV maker BYD took a tumble yesterday, down 4%. Missing profit forecasts despite massive sales gains and a big jump in profit from a year ago. Shareholders have been highly sceptical about the investment prospects of the company recently, marking down its share price by 36% over the past year. Also weaker than expected were international sales of its vehicles. It has strength, however, in the Chinese domestic markets. Meanwhile, in the US, the Dallas Fed factory survey contracted rather sharply in January, falling to its lowest level in 8 months, basically on weak order levels. This is a sentiment survey in the heart of America's oil patch. Across the Pacific, Taiwan's consumer sentiment rose and has now reached its highest level since March 2022. For them, the pleasing thing about this survey was that the improvement came across the board. The resolution of their presidential election clearly helped. In contrast to China, India claimed that it will grow at more than a 7% rate over the next few years. It says the strength of its financial sector and other recent and future structural reforms ensure growth at a fast clip. But independent observers are more sceptical than the official confidence. The US Treasury 10-year yield starts today at 4.10% and down 4 basis points from this time yesterday. And the price of gold will start today up another $8 at just on $2,027 an ounce. And oil prices are down $1, just on $77 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price now just over $82 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar starts today at just on 61.1 US cents and up 20 basis points from yesterday. Against the Aussie, we're unchanged at 92.7 Australian cents, but against the euro, we're up nearly half a cent to 56.5 euro cents. That all means our trade-weighted index starts today at 70.1 and up 20 basis points from yesterday. You can get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston, and we'll do this again tomorrow.